now. Barbara, thank you for being with us. You look absolutely lovely.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you for the compliment.
Oh my goodness. I am thrilled to have you. Of course, we all fell in love with you over on Shark Tank, but your story is so fascinating. I was researching you. So let's start going back. And I know you were a waitress at the age of 23 and $1,000 really changed your life.
Yeah, well, I had a very lucky break when I was a waitress. It was my 22nd job. And
Wow.
I fell in love with a man who came to my counter and quit my job as a waitress and started a real estate business. He loaned me $1,000. He just thought I'd be good at it. Who knew? I knew I was good at it the day I started the business. And then I got my second lucky break. I was a great visualizer. And I visualized that I was going to be the queen of New York real estate. And I never let that dream leave my mind. And that became my roadmap or my business plan. And eventually I was able to build the largest residential real estate in New York City. And I sold the business. And since then, I've been a shark on Shark Tank.
Yes, our favorite shark.
That's a short order of it.
Epitome of a boss babe. What do you tell people? They're at point A, they want to get to point B, but they don't know how they're going to get there in between.
You're talking about in business or just in your life journey?
Well, hey, I guess both.
Yeah, both. Actually, I give the same advice.
Okay.
You know what I found from my own experience? That's the only thing I know. I can't tell what the next guy does, but from my own experience, the voice within you is the enemy that's holding you back if you feel like you're stuck and can't get to from A to B, as you put it.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for that is because the voice inside you has a lot to do with your wiring when you're a kid. Whatever was going on there, whatever your insecurities were, come to the fore. It probably took me 5 years to hammer out the voice that was in my own head when I thought my competitors were my competitors. No, I was competing against myself because I had an old tape that I relied back on over and over again. You better not do this. Don't put your head out there. You're going to be embarrassed. You can't succeed. And after about 5 years, I replaced it with a different tape of all my own fashion. I just would constantly stop and tell myself a story. You're amazing. You're gorgeous. You're going to slay them dead. You're going to do everything.
Yes,
and
queen.
That helped me to rewire myself. And so people who are stuck, I usually find out they're stuck because of background. They're not stuck because of reality or lack of opportunity, because so much of what life is played out in your head as to the way you see it, as we all know. And so I think it's a head game more than it is a business game, more than it is a life game. It's all played out in your head.
The epitome of self-made. Take us to that moment where you got your first big check.
Well, my first big check, I got the first week I was in business. It was $340. Mm-hmm. And it was for renting my very first apartment.
Wow.
And when I looked at that $340, remember, I had $1,000 loan and I had already spent about $200 of it on advertising and taxis. So I was down $200, but I was up by $340. So I knew exactly what to do with that money because I knew I needed every cent to succeed. So I ran over to Bergdorf Goodman's and I blew it on a brand new coat. It was god awful and gaudy, but you want to know something? It was probably in my life the best investment I ever made because I was a kid from New Jersey, had a tattered pea coat, poor shoes, and people judged me by my cover, as people still do. Don't ever believe that people don't judge you by your cover. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, I had a new cover, and I can tell you the difference in my walk and my attitude and the way I smiled. I was like the Georgie girl herself. And because of that investment, now I could call in a coat or blow the money, if you want to put it that way. It made such a difference in my attitude for that second week in business. And then I got another apartment. I didn't blow that one because I already had a coat. And that's how I started building the empire, check by check, deal by deal. And still the best money I spent was on that coat. I'm convinced of it. I'm not sure I would have succeeded without that stupid coat.
I love that story. And talk about rolling into the millions and millions. And now you're just that shark on Shark Tank. And I love so much the story of the comfy, because this show is really magic. Can you share with us about how you knew this was going to take off?
I did not know comfy would take off. I have to be honest about it. I don't think any of the sharks took comfy seriously. The two brothers appeared on the set wearing oversized blankets with a hood attached. They had handmade them. They had no answers to the typical shark questions. What does it cost to make? Where are you going to sell it? Who are you going to sell it to? They were like laughing at every question. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. And you want to know what happened? They didn't know, but they had $400 million in sales by their anniversary on year 3. They got it made. Everybody fell in love with it. And those checks keep rolling in. And guess what? They still say, I don't know. But this spirit of trying anything, let's give it a whirl.
Yes.
You know, that kind of attitude, they're so open to possibility. And it wasn't until I was in business with the Comfy brothers for 2 years that they told me the whole time they were raised by their mother, they were raised in a very blue collar environment, a lower middle class environment. Their mother constantly told them whenever she saw anybody get a lottery or strike it rich or be rich, she pointed out to the boys and she'd say, why not you? Why not you?
Wow.
And that's what got them the seed of going on the Comfy. They, why not us?
Why not? Why not you? Why not now? I love that. As we get the wrap, I need to know about your webinars and where everybody can get information and get in on. I could talk to you all day.
Okay, but you know what? The best time spent is really on the Business Unusual webinar series because it's sponsored by people who love the entrepreneur as much as I do AT&T Business. You can look at it anytime you want. It's always there. You don't have to attend today's live one, which is great if you join us. But also, you can go on Barbara.com. Oh, wait. I have to read it. 888Barbara.com. Why I can't even get that right, I don't know. 888Barbara.com.
Okay.
And you could register for free on any of the webinars.
Oh, and
I got that out, I hope.
Yes,
Okay.
you got that out. You are such a delight.
Sooner or later.
Thank you for everything
thanks so
that
much.
you're doing. Keep shining. Thanks for taking the time.
Bye-bye.